Hello, my name is Sarah. I'm an English teacher and language anxiety coach, and I love helping advanced and proficient non-native English speakers overcome their fear of speaking and using English. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk a lot about mindset and what mindset is. And a while ago, I came across this really lovely way of explaining mindset, and it's called the ABC of mindset. So A stands for your attitude, and it's really important. You know, the attitude that somebody has plays a huge role in deciding what effects that person will eventually get. So an obvious example, I guess, would be a hard-working student and a lazy student. There might be times when the lazy student is going to get lucky and do quite well, but the further these two students move through education, the harder it will be for the lazy one to succeed. And if these two students went to do something very difficult like study medicine, well, the lazy one just won't get anywhere. So that's an example of attitude. So for you as the language learner, your attitude is things like, I don't know, do you make time to study English on a regular basis? Do you enjoy studying English, or do you kind of really have to force yourself? Are you organized with your English because it's important to you, or is everything kind of a mess? Are you kind of very good at problem solving? Are you happy when you find a problem, or does it make you feel really depressed and like you want to give up when you find a problem? So all of those are examples of your attitude, and that is a really important part of your mindset. Now the B is beliefs, and if you have watched others of my videos or read my blog, you know that I talk about beliefs a lot. So our beliefs are incredibly important, and even now, the more I read about beliefs, the more I realize that they basically determine everything that happens to us, which is quite scary because our beliefs are very often out of reach and out of sight, and we don't always know what we believe, which I know sounds funny because people believe in God, or they believe in I don't know, what else do you believe in? Help. Father Christmas, or they believe that it's not right to drive a car because of climate change. So those are all examples of beliefs, and those beliefs are quite fixed, generally speaking. But we've also got all our beliefs about ourselves and about the way that life should be and about what we should be. And those beliefs tend to happen just out of sight. And those are the beliefs that can be so limiting for us. So basically, your beliefs affect the way you think about things. And the way you think about things affects how you behave around things. And the way you behave affects the habits that you form, which affects the actions that you take, which then affects the results that you get. So your beliefs are kind of like at the bottom, at the root of everything, really. Now, if you are a language learner who believes that you are not good at learning languages, that you have no real capability of learning, and that actually you're quite stupid, if that is your core belief, you're very likely to think very negative thoughts about yourself. I'm stupid, I can't do this, this is too difficult, it's too complicated, I don't understand, blah, blah, blah. And those thoughts could then trigger a kind of fact that you might not do your homework, you might not really want to study, you might not really participate very well in class, you know, this then leads to you not really making any progress because you're not really doing anything, and then your belief is kind of confirmed because you didn't progress. Well, that's because I think I'm stupid. So the belief that I'm not capable of learning a language affects everything right up to your results, and the results then act as a kind of proof and validate what you had been believing. Now, on the other hand, if you believe that you are completely competent and you're completely capable of learning a language, well, what are you likely to do? You know, if you've got that belief, you're likely to feel quite positive about yourself, you know, and even though language learning is challenging, I'm not saying it's easy, there are always going to be problems to solve. But if you've got a positive belief about yourself, you are likely to be much better able to cope with problems. You are much more likely to work, do your homework, participate in class. Therefore, you are more likely to make progress. And therefore, that belief that I'm capable of doing this, again, it gets validated. So this B in our mindset, beliefs, is really, really important. Really important. And A, B, C, so the C is courage. Now, for language learners, there has been research done which shows that language learners who are prepared to take risks make better progress than language learners who are too afraid to take risks. And by risks, I don't mean kind of walking to the edge of a building and jumping off. I mean things like trying to have a conversation, or joining an activity, or you know, doing something that kind of just pushes you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Those kinds of risks. Because when we are learning a language, it's very easy to stay within the kind of area that we already know, particularly once you get up to about B1. You know, by B1, B2, you can kind of say quite a lot of stuff, and it's easy to just stay in that bubble. And if you want to progress to the C levels and beyond, you have to push yourself. You have to take those risks and get yourself out of your comfort zone so that you keep on expanding. But that takes courage. It takes courage to do things that are beyond your comfort level. It takes courage to go to a cafe and have a conversation with a stranger. It takes courage to go to a speaking club and meet new people and practice speaking. All of those things take courage, but without that courage, your progress is not going to be so strong. So the ABC of mindset: A, attitude. How do you think? How do you behave? You know, what's your motivation level like? B, your belief system, and how is that impacting on you? And C, your courage. Are you courageous? Do you take those risks, or do you play it safe because you're too afraid? If you can combine a good A and a good B and a good C, you are likely to be unstoppable. Any comments, any questions, of course, please leave them below this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.